Near the homes of these dogs is a natural lush forest. Every evening, their owners take them out to play. They love to watch the birds, admire the flowers, and run in the grassy fields. It's a most enjoyable and liberating time for them. Often, when they go out for walks, they may need to relieve themselves, but they don't use toilets like us. Instead, they defecate on the trail or in a grassy spot, and the waste is always cleaned up promptly. No one can complain that these dogs are intruding on public spaces. They have rights too, because their owners pay taxes for them. 4 dogs of different sizes and breeds are on leashes, walking and running playfully. None of them behave aggressively. Every day, Andreas Bauer and his wife take on the responsibility of walking them.
So you're taking them out every day?
Every day.
Wow.
3 times every day.
3 times every day?
In Germany, anyone who wants to own a dog is required to invest not only money. Bringing a little puppy home is just the beginning. Apart from basic care such as vaccinations, neutering and microchip implantation, dog owners also have to pay taxes for their pets.
Collect the tax for the dogs?
Yeah. And if it's a special breed, it's more expensive.
How much Mac has to pay?
For him, it's 75 euros.
Per month?
No, per year.
Okay.
Germany is one of the few countries in Europe that imposes a dog tax. Konrad Ruprecht, the mayor of Feucht, Germany, says that each state needs funds because taking care of dogs incurs cost. He tells us that in this town there are expenses related to cleanliness, including collecting dog waste once a week. Generally, urban areas have higher dog taxes than rural areas. Aggressive dog breeds like pit bulls and Rottweilers are subject to higher taxes. Owners of such breeds must undergo training on caring for and controlling their dogs, along with reassessments every 2 years. Some states require an exam to test the knowledge and abilities of the owner, as well as a mental health evaluation of the dog.
There is no rule to educate a dog besides this special breeds I told you about.
Okay.
There the town says, okay, we want proof that it is educated, that we can be sure that there won't be any problems.
Right.
So, owners of aggressive dog breeds face stricter regulations and pay higher taxes. As well as the tax rate being based on the breed, it also depends on the number of dogs they own.
If you have 4 dogs, then you have to pay for them, for 4 of them.
And the first dog is most of the time cheaper, and a second one is even a higher tax.
Okay.
And if you have some of these special breeds like bull terriers or pit bulls or so, it's sometimes 10 times so much.
First dog is 50 euro.
50 euro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Conrad tells us that the tax for the first dog is 50 euros, but for the second dog of the same owner, it is 100 euros, because having more dogs can lead to more problems. He says that if you have 3 dogs and take them for a walk on the street, the likelihood of incidents or problems increases. The process of paying the dog tax is not complicated. When you own a dog, you must visit the municipal office in your area, register with the authorities, and declare the number of dogs in your possession. You'll need to provide details such as the dog's name, breed, and date of birth. Then you're obligated to pay the tax as determined by the city or district. January the 1st each year is the deadline for dog tax payment for the next 12 months. Dogs whose owners have paid their taxes will have a tag attached to their collar, serving as confirmation that their owners have fulfilled their civic obligations as stipulated by the law. This tag represents recognition that the owner is a contributing member of society.
This one is the tax badge from our town, with an individual number. They have in their records that the tax is paid. And this one
this is for the tax, so he paid already for this year.
Yes.
Good one.
And this sentence says, I keep the environment clean.
The taxes collected are directly used for various purposes related to the welfare of dogs. At home, owners are responsible for caring for their dogs. In public areas, though, the dog tax is allocated to the purchase of bins for dog feces, the hire of refuse collectors, and to address other dog-related matters. Apart from paying taxes, there are clear guidelines for taking dogs out in public. Warning signs are commonly displayed, specifying rules such as requiring aggressive breeds to remain on a leash at all times, determining the leash length, or prohibiting dogs from defecating in public parks. When these 4 dogs go out to play in the forest, they are sometimes unleashed and allowed to explore.
If you want to see more great content from all over the world, please like the video, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you.
Despite the imposition of taxes and the country's reputation for discipline, respect for rules and strict animal laws, the problem of abandoned dogs persists. Stray or abandoned dogs are rescued and housed in municipal animal shelters. Ulrike Lang, Feucht Animal Shelter Manager, says that when this place was first established, it was much smaller. Over the years, it's grown into the larger facility we see today. She mentions that this place is the town's only animal shelter, serving as a non-profit organisation relying on public donations. In addition to the high number of dogs, there are also cats and other pets in the animal shelter. They're confined in spacious, clean tiled rooms equipped with beds, feeding areas and caretakers. Their movements are, however, restricted to within the shelter. Dogs not having owners can be attributed not only to abandonment, but also to the high prices of puppies here. For instance, a purebred Labrador puppy may cost nearly €2,000. Those who want to own a dog but are unwilling to pay such high prices often resort to alternative means, such as smuggling dogs into the country, especially from Eastern Europe. When these illegal puppy dealers are arrested, the puppies are temporarily held in the shelter until someone formally adopts and cares for them. Ulrike says that in countries like the Czech Republic, Slovenia or Serbia, puppies are much cheaper. This is why people often buy smuggled puppies. The shelters take responsibility for the dogs until they find people willing to adopt them. Despite exemptions from taxes for the first year of ownership, the shelters still struggle with the high number of ownerless dogs. The caretaker of this facility suggests that allocating a portion of the dog taxes to the care of ownerless dogs could improve the situation significantly. Currently, these animal shelters rely solely on donations and support from the general public. While there are regulations concerning dog taxation, in practice, enforcement may not always be rigorous. Payment is deemed to be the responsibility of the individual dog owners. The mayor of Feucht tells us that when individuals pay tax for their dogs, they receive a tag to be attached to the dog's collar. But no one actually comes to inspect them. The municipality stipulates that after the initial tax is paid, subsequent payments are due on January the 1st of each year, to make it easy for the dog owner to remember. But that doesn't make the dog owners any more willing to pay. The mayor also tells us that on the one hand, if the municipality enforces strict tax collection, they will need to hire additional inspectors. On the other hand, they must also ensure fairness for the taxpayers. The issue is still a subject of ongoing debate. In the end, however, the town has decided not to hire anyone to conduct the tax inspection.
I hope so that it is used for maybe equipment that we have along the walking ways, like garbage bins or anything, and maybe the money is also used to contribute to the shelters that are run mostly private, and therefore I hope so that it's used in any way for the dogs here.
In a small town like Feucht, with a population of around 15,000, the collection of dog taxes amounts to approximately €7,800 per year. In a large city like Berlin or Munich, however, they can collect over €10 million per year. Moreover, this dog tax is subject to periodic inflation-based adjustments. In this town, the dog tax is reassessed every 10 years. The use of revenues from dog taxes is clearly visible on the streets, especially in the form of dedicated bins for dog waste. These bins come with rolls of plastic bags, so owners can pick up and dispose of their dog's waste conveniently. Every day, large garbage trucks traverse the town to collect the bags. A garbage collector in Feucht mentions that the presence of these waste bins makes their job more manageable. He says that it would be terrible if there were dog waste bins available, but people didn't use them. In reality, most people in this town, upon encountering a dog waste bin, use it to dispose of their dog's waste. Dog owners, in particular, value cleanliness, as they want to ensure that their fellow citizens do not accidentally step in their dog's leavings. The bags collected from the bins are not discarded just anywhere. Instead, they undergo a process as part of the overall waste management and biomass energy production process. In the tranquil town square, we see many people walking their dogs. When venturing outside, especially in the town centre, they must always keep their dogs on a leash to prevent unruly behaviour and any potential danger to others. Another type of pet seems, however, to have greater privileges than dogs. Cats roam freely, and they don't require waste bags. Moreover, there's no tax imposed on cats here. Apart from cats, other tax-exempt dogs include guide dogs for the disabled and dogs that have received a medal for bravery. These exceptions recognise the special roles and sacrifices of these animals. In addition to paying dog taxes, some dog owners also opt for dog insurance.
Compulsory, or is just depend on the owner that you have insurance?
This depends on the owner. Well, right. we decided to do an insurance for to save money if something really happens, like an accident or so.
Take these four as an example. The insurance covers both personal injury and property losses resulting from the actions of dogs, such as harming others or damaging someone else's belongings. The coverage also extends to the health of the dog.
The dog runs away and runs across the street and causes a traffic accident, and then the owner has to pay for it, and therefore you can get an insurance. Because a huge accident can cost 10,000 or 100,000 of euros.
Taxes are a matter of regulation, while insurance is a matter of choice. If dog taxes reflect people's responsibility to society, dog insurance reflects our love and care for them. In one respect, registering and taxing dogs is a civic responsibility. In another, it's also a way of providing protection and care for the dogs. People considering adopting dogs must ensure that they have the ability to take care of and be responsible for their dogs throughout their lives.
In Germany we have a law for the protection of animals, and if you just put your dog on the street, it's against this law, because it's bad for the dog, and therefore you can be punished, yes.
In this town, there are almost no stray dogs. Dogs without owners, for whatever reason, are taken to animal shelters that can be found in almost every city, waiting for people to come and adopt them. Terminally ill or uncontrollable dogs may be euthanized. Every dog here is registered, and owners are held accountable for their pets. The population of dogs can be tracked, enabling effective control and management of animal-based infectious diseases such as rabies, as well as addressing issues related to stray dogs. Management success depends not only on tax collection and regulation, but also on individuals' commitment to their beloved dogs, awareness and responsibility to the community. The 4 dogs are returning from their walk. They certainly left waste on the road, but their owner diligently cleans up after them. Back at home, they enjoy a delicious meal before continuing to play. But it isn't just a life of playing, eating and taking a nap. They also help to guard the house, care for things, and provide much valued company for their owner. Many people find dogs to be wonderful companions, offering loyalty, joy and unconditional love. Owning a dog is a rewarding experience, but it's also a serious responsibility. They deserve a forever home filled with love and care. They may not speak our language, but still they have feelings, just like us.